Some people end their correspondence with sincerely. Other people end their correspondence with warm regards. Sometimes I do that. But often I will end a note, an email, a message, a card with the phrase, "Be luxury." I'm going to explain in this video what that means and why being luxury is so important. And I'm going to share with you why, how, and the impact being luxury will have on your life, your career, and if you run a business, your business. I'm Andre Taylor. I'm an author, speaker, and advisor to luxury brands, and a coach to those committed to excellence and prosperity. Every day, luxury brands are thinking about how to make their products, services, and experiences more appealing to you. And I'm part of that. But I'm also involved in helping those in the luxury business understand how to better align with luxury so that they can be more effective at what they do, and they represent the brands properly when you visit them or interact with them and do business with them. That experience has really helped me understand the power of being aligned and being someone who is connected with luxury. And I'm going to share with you the power of being luxury, whether you're a professional or whether you're just a luxury enthusiast. I recently hired a car to pick me up one morning when I was traveling. And when I came out of my home, I found a beautiful luxury car. I think it was a Cadillac. And the driver welcomed me in. He took my bag and we got into the car and we took off for the airport. And as we were driving, the fellow was pretty friendly. But I noticed in just a few moments, in fact, in the 15 to 20 minutes that it took for me to get to the airport, I heard about every possible negative thing you can imagine in that car. Now, I think he was well-intentioned. I don't think his goal was in any way to be negative. But I asked him how business was, and he said, "Oh my goodness, business is terrible." We drove by a gas station, and he said, "Look at those prices. My goodness, I don't buy gas around here because it's too expensive." He said, "You know, the economy is really not so good." And he said, "It's because of politics, and politics is not so good." Then he got a phone call. He took the phone call, hung up, and he said, "You know, my wife was taken to the hospital because she had this serious pain, and we had to figure out what that was." Then he pointed at one of the highways as we were going over an overpass, and he said, "Look at that traffic. My God, I'm glad I'm not going in that direction." He said, "By the way, where are you going?" And I told him, and he said, "Oh, expensive city." And I was amazed at how he took what should have been a luxury experience and turned it into a discussion of everything that was negative. Now, this fellow was making the mistake that many folks in luxury make, and that is thinking that luxury is just the thing. It's the car. It's the leather seats. It's the experience. But there's so much more to it than that. It is the experience, but it's all of the energy that a person attaches to the experience while you're engaged in it. I love luxury, and I would imagine that you might as well, because many people do. And you might wonder, what is it that causes people to be fascinated by luxury, to enjoy luxury, and even love luxury? Well, I think it's for many reasons, and while some people might be critical of those who like luxury, I think if you define luxury and understand it well, and understand what it really represents, loving luxury is really a good thing. I was very surprised when I discovered how distorted the luxury discussion can get. And that's because I've always thought of luxury as one thing. Now, of course, that one thing can be presented in many forms, and I talk about that in my popular video, Selling Luxury, the 21 Essentials. But at its core, luxury is something that's very easy to understand. Luxury represents the best. Luxury represents quality. And at its core, that's what luxury is all about. Now, while we're talking about the essence, the core of luxury, I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel, because that's what this channel is all about, getting to the essence of luxury and premier living and prosperity. So if you want to learn more about that, make sure you subscribe to this channel, make sure you like this video, and make sure you share it with others who would appreciate this content. Now, one of the things that I emphasize on my channel here is that luxury is not just brand names. So many people think of luxury as merely being brand names. They think brand name, well, that means luxury. But luxury at its core is much more than that. In fact, when I look at brands, large and small, I'm really looking for where the quality is, where the significance is, and all of the things that revolve around luxury. It's expensive, impressive, it provides status. Whatever it is, orbits around being the best, undeniable quality. Now, many times a person will use the word luxury to suggest that it is something that isn't necessary. For example, someone will say, art is not a luxury. It is a necessity. I saw that in an ad. But if we correctly define luxury, learn about it and understand it, and define it as quality, well, it is a necessity. It's something we need. And in fact, it should be something that we demand and we enjoy. That's why I disagree with the notion that luxury is unnecessary. Luxury is necessary because quality is necessary. If you think of luxury as only the thing, you have been fooled. Luxury is an expression of greatness. It's an expression of fullness. It's an expression of thoroughness and creativity and artistry. That's what luxury is about. It's a disgrace that we put luxury in the form of things above everything else, because luxury is an idea. It's an idea of commitment, conviction to quality and high standards. It does not matter if your name is not Rolex or Hermes, or you're Mr. Smith down the street. In fact, in my advisory work, I am often working with brands, unknown brands, that are early in their luxury quest. I tend to attract artisans and creatives and brands around the world who are getting started and growing, and you may not know their names yet, but they make great products, or they're on the way to making great products and delivering great services. In addition to well-known brands, I attract smaller brands, diverse brands, bootstrap brands, brands that are on their way but may not quite be there yet. Now, in fact, sometimes I am asked by others why I give the smaller brands attention, given that they're sometimes very far away. And my answer to that is that a small brand, an unknown brand, an emerging brand can be a significant brand today if they get their mind right, their understanding of luxury right, the client right, and their execution right. So I'm fascinated by the idea of nurturing ideas, even when they're at a very beginning stage. Many of these brands come to me, they trust me, and we build a connection, and some of them grow and some of them do not. But we always have a great experience understanding what luxury is about And I give them my best to help them understand how they can play the game even if they're not part of the club. Just remember though, no quality, no clients. No clients, no cash flow, and no cash flow, no funding, and no partnerships or any of those things. So it all comes back down to quality standards and excellence. And like any business today, you must establish your relevance with those early clients so that they are enthusiastic about what you offer and they share what you offer and the value of what you offer with others. But let me get back to this mantra, be luxury. Luxury is inside of you. Luxury is something you are, not something you buy. Luxury is something you are, not something you sell. And when you embody luxury, your appreciation, your understanding, it just overflows and it attracts people who want to know more about it and more about you. A person who inhabits luxury will joyfully, creatively, and inventively represent luxury. They will create luxury experiences in their relationships with others and in their business. If you're in sales, you will beat those with a better network, maybe even with more capital, because what you have will be as intriguing as a diamond watch. It will resonate and it will attract people to you. And people will say that there's something about you that just I love. There's something about this person that just feels right. This is the kind of person I want to do business with. This is the kind of person that I want to know. I'll tell you, it happens to me all the time. People will come up to me in places and they'll say, "Are you someone I should know?" In everything you do, I want you to consider the luxury in you. In the next 12 months, let it shape your conversations, your exploration, your relationships, and everything you do. Be luxury in your thinking. Be luxury in your speaking. Be luxury in your attire. Be luxury in your style. Be luxury in your diet. Be luxury in your entertainment. Be luxury in your home. Be luxury in your office. Be luxury in your travel. Be luxury in your leisure. Be luxury in your hobbies. Be luxury because luxury is quality. And quality is always important to express and to reflect. If you make the commitment, you can define and conduct yourself as luxury. Now take a look at this video.